Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rob with Deluks Gaming, and welcome back to FortressCraft Evolved, Day 2. So, just before we get going, I just wanted to let everybody know that I have been spending the last hour or so just collecting resources and, of course, refilling the power on our ore extractors. Well, why am I doing that? Because we were playing in sparse mode. Because I like to blame it on all of us, but no, it's my fault. I chose to play on sparse mode, which means we mine at half the speed. Literally half the speed. We can actually take a look at that quickly here. So yes, we mine at 4 ore per minute. When you're playing on Plentiful, you mine at 8 ore per minute. So we mine at half the speed. Now, to make that twice as interesting, when we go to finally start refining some of the ore that we've been gathering here, it's going to require twice as much ore to get every bar. So for every bar on Plentiful mode, it requires 4 ore per bar. But in this, in sparse mode, it's 8 ore per bar. So I chose this because I think it makes it more interesting. It forces me, actually, it forces my hand. When I'm mining an area, it forces me to place down more miners, like more ore extractors and stuff. It makes it a little bit more interesting for me, and it forces me to do things outrageous. So yeah, and in the in-between, while I was just collecting all that stuff, of course, Jim Bob and I were discussing our future plans. And then I realized that Jim Bob's just a snowman. And I'm feeling a little bit like Tom Hanks in Castaway, and this is like Wilson. And I was literally talking to him. I'm like, Jim Bob, what should we do today? And he's like, we should go south. And it was actually just me in my head saying we should go south. But then I realized I don't know which way's north. And I think he meant dig down. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to dig down because we need to find some iron. So just to take a look at our inventory, to show you how much resources we now have 282 copper, 272 tin, and 282 coal, which is really good. That's a really good start. And we're going to actually fire up the refinery right away here because, well, you see, when you use your smelter, you want to make sure that you've got a decent amount of ore to start smelting. Starting and stopping your smelter for like 8 ore at a time is ridiculous because it takes a whole bunch of power to get this thing heated up to the proper temperature, which is like around 1200 degrees before it'll even start smelting. So, of course, the smelter has its own battery pack that it, of course, takes power from the power hub. Now, this thing eats power like crazy. So yeah, it's good to have a nice big chunk. You can only put a maximum of 100 ore into this smelter before it starts to operate. Now, because it only operates it has to be dividable by 8 in this scenario, so the max is 96. I hope that makes sense. So while that's going, we'll just do one more quick check on the extractors. The maximum ore we can have in an extractor is 26. I confirmed that today, and I think it might be higher for Plentiful. I'm not sure about that. And somebody else in the comments, I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, but was saying that the amount of ore that appears in the world is not dependent on whether or not we chose scarce. Scarce only affects the way that ore behaves and how quickly we can get it out of the ground. So, in other words, the amount of ore that will appear in the world will be identical as if it was a plentiful world. It's just it mines twice as slowly, and it refines twice as poorly, I guess you could say. So yeah, we're now actually getting copper bars, and copper bars themselves, there's actually a few things we can do with that, but primarily right now, I really want to get at least a hopper, an extra hopper here for this smelter before we go start digging. And just a mini hopper will be fine. And let's just go to the crafting menu here and let's just take a look. So there are 3 basic types of hoppers that you start out with. You've got the mini hopper, the logistics hopper, and the storage hopper, all very different units. The mini hopper is basically just a small storage hopper. It can hold up to 10 resources, but when you're attaching it to the logistics system like a conveyor belt, it's very, very, very slow. It's actually slower than a miner, like an ore extractor. Whereas the logistics hopper is very quick. A logistics hopper is actually excellent to attach to an ore extractor, and then of course conveyor belts. It's far better, and because it's faster, it'll actually pull that ore out fast enough. Storage hopper is the best of both worlds, but requires a lot more material, or different material. It requires iron, and we don't have access to iron right now. So right now, I just want to have a little bit of extra basic storage. So we're gonna do mini hoppers. You know what? I don't mind. We're starting at tier 1, and we're gonna make use of the tier 1 stuff. So that's how I roll. So we're gonna build a mini hopper, and I want to attach that to crafting. I want to attach this first mini hopper to our ore smelter. And we're gonna, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let me just fill in the hole there. Oop, wrong color, but whatever, doesn't matter. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, basically, yeah, I just want it to be on add and removal. It doesn't matter what it is right now. So it's just going to collect the bars that the smelter is producing. So yeah, piece of cake, right? Awesome. All right, so let's go. Now, actually, we could top up this smelter before we go too, because we don't want it to run out. You know, I almost want to build another hopper. Yeah, the thing is pointless. We need storage hoppers is what we need, which means we need iron. Storage hoppers can hold up to 100 resources. So let's just take a look at the environment here and see if we can find any unknown resources. Yeah, directly straight down. And there's going to be a layer of bedrock down there too as well. So we might as well just start digging. I'm not going to use the same hole. We could use the same hole. Nah, we're not going to use the same hole. I'm just going to pick a random spot and we're just going to start going down. That's what we're going to do. That's how I roll. Randomness. Randomness. And we'll throw one of these down so we can kind of see what's going on. And when we do find stuff, we are going to make our holes bigger. Probably like make, was suggested by Patchouli and some other people, that we make our shafts 3 by 3. And that's probably what we'll do in the end. But right now, I don't really care. Right now, I just want to get down here and find some stuff. So now we're going to ping unknown. Yeah, so this is a layer of bedrock, I believe. Let's, oh, looks like we just hit the layer. Yeah, so, yeah, perfect. So you don't have to scan something. If you have the unknown block in your inventory, it also counts as scanning it. Does the same thing. So I'm actually going to go unload that. Oh, I forgot to do the little... I forgot to make myself an easy escape route out of here. It's okay. We'll be okay. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So let's go research that. Now, the reason I'm researching this is that way we, yeah, that was bedrock, by the way. I think it was bedrock. Or rough-hewn rock, it might have been. I don't know. It was one of the two. The reason I wanted to do that before we go back down and do another scan for resources, and actually while we're here, we'll just double-check our mines. The reason I wanted to do that is so that when we're looking for unknown ores, we don't get bedrock in our scans as well, right? Makes sense, right? Okay, so let's go collect this. And we're, see, I'm not sure if, you know, somebody was saying that we should do 3 by 3 shafts for all of our mines, but this one's only 53,000. I don't know. That one's going to be dead before we even start to bother building any kind of infrastructure for it. Whoa! Didn't mean to fall there, but that's okay. Tin ore, add power. Make sure everything's up and powered up and get out of here. And then we'll go top up our refinery and maybe get some more copper rolling here. Yeah, we've got to keep this refinery humming if possible. So we'll pull out the extra here. So you can only pull it out, like, it won't let you pull out everything. It'll let you pull out down to the one bar's worth of tin ore. So yeah, and then we'll throw in some copper and get that refining. Perfect. And we'll collect anything in this. Oh, it's Q to retrieve, by the way. You hit Q to retrieve everything that's in there. Yeah, so just a little bit of extra storage for our bars. I'm not sure how many bars the ore smelter can store. I haven't actually tested that theory. I'm sure I could probably go look at some of my other games where it's maxed out, I'm sure, and figure that out. But I figured just having a little extra storage there is probably a really good thing. Okay, so let's go back down the hole, and oh yeah, let's create our escape route. Always have to remember to create an escape route. Oh, wrong one. 3. There we go. And create a little thingy. No point going too crazy here, but whoops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Jim Bob, yeah, Jim Bob has been great moral support. I'm thinking, oh, another thing about Jim Bob. Well, let's go talk about Jim Bob just for 1 second. Actually, this was bothering me because I was actually talking to Jim Bob because I'm a little bit crazy that way. But Jim Bob actually looks at my crotch. Hold on, let's just show you this. Yeah, when I'm talking to Jim Bob, he's actually staring at my crotch. So we need to fix that because that's totally inappropriate. Jim Bob doesn't realize he's being inappropriate. He's like that uncle that doesn't really understand what he's doing. There we go. Although now I feel like I'm too short. Now I feel like Jim Bob's looking over me. Now he's giving me an inferiority complex. Okay, whatever. Let's go dig. Sorry, I get distracted by silly things sometimes. All right, let's go. Down the hole. There we go. Use our grappling, kind of slow down our descent and lighten it up a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look around. Oh, maybe I should have grabbed a little bit more power. So we've got something else down here. But that's just another layer or something. It's got to be. Yeah, rough-hewn rock. So what... Hold on. Unless that's not an ore. There's no way. There must be another material down here. Rock. Yeah, this is all rock. Rock. Hold on. What? Oh. There is another material. This must be the bedrock. I bet you this is bedrock because this is not an ore. Sorry if it's really dark for you guys. This has got to be bedrock. Okay, let's go back up. We're never going to find any ores down here with all this other stuff, right? So let's go back up. Sorry if it's so dark. I mean, sorry that it is so dark. It is actually really dark. Even I can't see, but you know, sometimes I can kind of feel my way around now. I'm getting used to doing that. Ooh, add resources, take power. We are running out of power because of this sucker. This sucker is running full steam here, which is good. And we're gonna just burn that power right out. Like, we're just gonna keep going until there's nothing left. But I should have been feeding resources into the hub there. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. All right, and let's go do another full round of do some more tin actually after this copper. Yeah, so it's gonna take a while before we get enough materials to do all the stuff that we need to do. But I mean, I like to start at the basics and try to get all the stuff we need to improve the speed at which we're doing everything. So we're not even touching research right now because we need iron. If we don't have iron, we can't, like I said, if you remember, we only started with 3 mines. And because we only started with 3 mines, we actually don't have an extra mine to put on the iron when we do find it. So we're actually gonna have to take a mine off of what we're already doing, like probably coal, because I want to keep working on copper and tin, and because we've got enough coal to last us for quite some time. Okay, oh, and we do need to do this research. This research is also taking power from the station too as well. So yes, oh, bedrock, yeah, okay. Oh, weird. All right, add resources and double check this. Is probably, yeah, we're running out of power here. Hub's down to like under 25%. Or smelter still has lots of power on its own, but yeah, probably next time we come back up. Okay, let's go. We'll turn that off next time we come back up. All right, let's go. I'm a little tired today. I don't know why. I don't know. I didn't sleep as well. Whatever. It's fine. I love this game. So good. So good. Okay. Throw some light down here. Oh, no power. Whoops. I didn't realize we didn't have any power. It happens a lot with me. Okay, sorry. There we go. See what I mean about being blind? Yeah, sometimes you just can't see. All right. Take power. There's really not a lot of power to take here. Uh-oh. Oh, running low. Running low. Okay, let's go. Down. It's very black here, just so everybody knows. I'll walk you through this. Okay. I pinged. Okay, so there's something deeper, and there's a few odds and ends out here, but there is, like, nothing. Oh, maybe we'll go down and we'll check out this stuff. Might as well. I mean, we're here, right? We're just gonna dig until our heart's content. Drop another one of these. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I got another achievement. We've dug up, I have dug 17,500 blocks so far in my career with FortressCraft. It's pretty funny. This could be iron. This could be. We are pretty far down now. We are at negative 129 meters. That's about the place where you start to find things like iron. Ooh, I kind of messed up here. Oh, we've got an error here. I don't know what this is. Failed to move file. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. I was getting a lot of errors when I was doing the multiplayer stuff the other day too. Actually, you know what we're gonna do is we're just gonna, there we go, and we'll scan here. It is an unknown block. I bet you it is iron. I bet you. Let's just, either way, we're gonna be in here for whatever it is. It could be lithium too. Let's put up a couple lights. So we can, it is iron. Yeah, I can tell by the texture. Awesome. Oh, fantastic. So, yeah, we're gonna like open this up a little bit so that we can all see it. Get rid of that light for now. Nice. Let's see how big this is. This is, oh, I can't until I've actually researched it. Okay, so let's go back up. Let's fill in this little hole for now. Why, it just bothers me right now. Actually, we're gonna make the shaft bigger, but right now I just want to keep this all filled in. You guys probably can't even see what I'm doing. We will put a light here too. There we go. Done. And let's get out of here. Yay, we found iron. That's really good. Actually, really good. It's pretty close to our base. I usually have to go a little bit to find some iron, so it doesn't look like a huge resource, but it's good. It's a good start, I think. We'll see in a second here. So let's research that. Dun dun dun. Iron ore. Fantastic. Okay. Let's double check the station here. Yeah. Okay. So let's add resources. They are out of power, which means our smelter is just, yeah, it's useless. Well, looks like it actually used up all of the ore that I put in there. So that's a good thing. We'll let the station now recharge. It should be morning again pretty quickly here, and it should recharge a little bit faster. But yeah, we need to take whatever power it has. Let's go to the battery here. Charge off the battery. Yeah, because yeah, we don't want to run out of power. I'm not worried about dying or anything. It's just, you know, Pretty important. Okay, actually, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so I just put power into this mine by accident because I needed to take that mine and go bring it down to the iron ore so that I can start mining iron ore. I don't want to take the tin or the copper mines because it just takes so long to get those materials. Whereas, I mean, don't get me wrong, coal's important. It's going to become more and more important, but it's not as important as you might think right now. With the coal that I have on us, we have 336 units blocks of coal. That is enough. We could literally survive out here for a month in real time. Like, that's a long time. Just continually feeding the resources here. So that's a lot of coal. If we didn't make any upgrades to our station, of course, right? And you know, our stuff. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hang out here and I'll see you guys in a second. I'm just gonna let this burn some of this energy. I don't want to waste it. Okay, be right back. Actually, what we're gonna do while I'm waiting, so we still got a ways to go. What I'm gonna do is actually re-dig this hole. I'm gonna dig the hole in the location, like I'm gonna dig it upwards from where the iron is. That way we sometimes this game kind of lags out, especially when you're using the grappling hook. Like at those moments that you desperately need the game to run properly. Yeah, anyway, so let's go. Okay, where's that iron here? Right here. Okay, so the hole's not bad, actually. It's actually just about right, to be honest with you. We could dig it straight up from here, but let's see how much is in this. Whoops, iron deposit. I'm thinking it's probably around 100. Oh, 318. Oh, that's better. I mean, that's better. Let's dig upwards and see how far up this goes. Oh no, it's right here. Okay, so we could, okay, let's put another light up here. Yep. Put another light. Actually, let's dig that out a little bit more. Okay, so it does go up a little bit more. Let's just see here. Often what I do when I'm playing by myself is I don't care about making these caverns any bigger. I work in such tight quarters. And it doesn't seem to bother me, but then when I see what it's like to work in a much more open area, it's actually quite nice. It's quite nice, and I've grown quite fond of that experience. Now it's good to have a couple lights down here, also just in case you run out of power, which is going to happen when you're continually feeding your mines. So yeah, we don't have any more mines. This looks like a nice little spot. We could theoretically dig straight up from here. Why not? Let's do that. We've got the time. I think that's as far as I can dig, I think. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna, because I don't think we can, I don't know how, whoops. Let's make sure we're in the right spot here. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go up and try and continue digging. Throw some light down here. Not that anybody can really see what's going on right now. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta play it by ear. It's also dark outside too, and that's probably not gonna help. This will probably end up kind of poking up to where the base is, actually. That'd be kind of cool. So let's just keep going up here. Drop some more light. Not that it matters, because I buried it right away. So we're at minus 82 meters, so this is gonna take a second. So yeah, we got a ways to go because our base is at at 0, right? So yeah, we got a ways. Now here's the thing: if I build a conveyor belt, right from where that mine is, odds are, I'm getting all sorts of achievements here. Oh, did we see light? No, not quite. All right, let's keep going. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying now. Oh, we're close. 30 meters to go. Yeah, so if we started building conveyor belts right from the bottom there is a chance that we might run into Minox who will eat all of the ore on our conveyor belt, which is not good. Oh, look at this. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's go up. Oh, I thought it would be over there. Oh, weird. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna recreate our little safety platform here. Yes. And I've got a lot of these just kicking around, and we need to fix that. Actually, we should probably do it the other way. Doesn't make sense to do it that way. We're pretty... Oh, the fire went out! Oh, the fire went out! Yeah, I spent so much time mining resources or doing the resource thing that the fire actually... It's been so much time has passed that the fire actually went out on the ship. That's funny. Shows you how long I was in here. Okay, so we'll do it about there. There we go. I don't really care what kind of rock I'm using. They all look slightly different, have slightly different textures, but that doesn't matter to me. Right now, I only care about getting things going. So there we go. That should be good. And don't die. Whoops. Hold on. 3. Actually, we're not going to fill in those holes because we're going to be making this a little bit bigger. Ow. Ow. Silly. Okay. So basically, we're just digging straight down where we built up, right? And we're running low on power. I see that, by the way, in case you're wondering. And this way, this shaft is right over top of this iron. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Clear some of that. And let's go back up and get powered up. Otherwise, we're going to freeze to death. And we don't want that to happen. Man, it's dark in here. It is super dark. We're going to fix that in a second. We're actually going to make it a 3x3 shaft, or at least a 2x2 shaft. Oh, need power. There we go. Add resources, take power. Excellent. And let's see how we're doing here. Oh, don't add power. Don't add power. Don't add power to the coal mine. There's a couple more things we can do now. We can test out the conveyor belts down there. So we're going to build some conveyor belts right away. Because, yeah. Oh, see? 26 copper. It got full up. I hate that. It just means I don't like wasting time. And at the beginning here, that's all you do is waste time. And when things get full, they stop working, right? So that is a huge waste of time. Ah, all my power's gone. All right, let's go recharge here. Take power. Excellent. Just double check. Was there anything? No, nothing else in the research queue. Okay, so let's build some conveyor belts. Now we can build some basic conveyor belts. I don't mind them. At the beginning, you know, they're fine. So for every 1 copper bar, we get 5 of these really cheap, slow conveyor belts. A slow but cheap method of transferring materials between storage hoppers. No power required. Open conveyors are susceptible to attack and extreme temperatures. Attack is the only thing I'm really concerned about. I'm not that concerned, to be honest with you. Oh, that was the other thing. You could also build a lift. Oh, just tin, eh? I'm going to build one of these. I've never built one. Apparently, once you built one, you never go back. Apparently, they're the best thing ever. So, I don't know. We'll try it. And we need to get another... We're going to do a logistics hopper, and we're going to do another mini hopper. I would love to do a storage hopper, but we can't yet. So, that's fine. Actually, we'll start with that, and we're going to do a bunch of conveyor belts. Actually, no. We're going to build another... mini hopper, I think is what we're going to do. Another mini hopper. Yeah. And then we're going to do a bunch of these conveyor belts. Max it out. There we go. So now we have, and I'm trying to keep my stuff organized here. So F3, tab F3, I like to make that my bar for storage and transportation. I like to do sort of an order of text. So yeah, that's right. And then we've got logistics. So we've got our mini hopper, logistics hopper, and then it'll be storage hopper. And then we've got our basic conveyor belts, and then we'll go up from there, right? And I'm going to add this because it's kind of storage and transportation. Sort of. It's I don't know. I don't even know what to call that. We'll put that on tab F1 for now because I'm not sure where to put these lifts yet. Perfect. It's already there. Excellent. And also, you can actually, if you go to inventory here, you can actually remove this stuff from here if it bothers you. And sometimes it actually does bother me because I get confused as to which tab I'm on if I don't keep it organized. Once we've got a lot of stuff that we're working with, like it's not a big deal because all of my tabs will be full. Trust me. Okay, so let's restock here. Take power, add resources, double check our strategy. I gotta keep on these. So that's our motivation. Our motivation is to get some automation here because it sucks having to constantly go after these things. Like it sucks. You want to get that solved as quickly as possible. So yeah, you guys are kind of having to endure this at the beginning, but it's important that you see why we want to automate this as quickly as possible. We're not going to do the copper automation. I think we're going to try the iron right away. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's just kill this thing. We've got some power on here. I think we're fine for power now. I didn't want to do it at first because we actually had no power. So there we go. Let's go. Oh, wrong one. We need to fill this one in actually, because this one is no longer viable. Right? I think it was this one. Yeah, pretty sure. Whoa, no. Didn't mean to do that. No. Didn't mean to fall. Butterfingers. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's fill that in before I do that again. Because I will do that again. I guarantee it. Let's just do a few in there. Perfect. There we go. And let's go down the little hole. We could start digging this out, actually. That's probably a really good idea. People are saying 3x3, so you know what? We'll go with that. 3x3. We were doing that in our multiplayer, like when we were doing the multiplayer stream on Sunday. The 3x3 shafts, it was nice. It was actually quite nice. It was very convenient, actually. It gives you lots of space, and it gives you lots of light, too. And I wonder, actually, there may be another reason to do this. So, of course, Arthur has a solar panel on him, and he only gets power during the day, right? But I wonder if having a 3x3 shaft, he will even get some solar energy from the light down the tunnel on a 3x3. I wonder. I know, I'm just going... Am I going down the wrong hole? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so let's see here. We should probably just go from one direction, but that's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to put down this mine. I think we'll put it, like, right here for now. We can always move these things. It's super easy to move everything, except, of course, the power thing, right? Because I've got to put power into it. And moving it, you lose all that power, which is, I don't know, I wish you could kind of, I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can't take the power from this. There's no way, so I don't know. Yeah, all right, so let's go back up and continue digging the hole downwards, just so I have a better frame of reference from one side. Just so that, you know, we don't get the 3x3 confused on one side than the other. I don't know if that makes sense. So, come back up here. Right. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm gonna skip ahead. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Okay, there we go. That took way longer than I expected it would to dig out a 3x3 shaft down 139 meters. Wow, that's, yeah, that took quite a while. So let's go down and take a look. I did take the liberty of putting lights all the way down because, well, it would be a lot more difficult to do the lights after, sorry, having some grappling issues here. It'd be a lot more difficult to put the lights in afterwards, post. So yeah, there we go. I'm pretty happy with it. Looks all right. The lights are kind of at random. I didn't get too crazy with that. Let's just finish off. We'll do another light right here, just so that we've got some immediate light. There we go. Very nice. And it keeps us nice and warm down here, these lights too, as well. So that's great. Yeah, I had to empty out all of the extractors a few times while I was doing this thing. Yeah, so there we go. Eventually, there is a tool, and I have actually researched this tool before, where you can put it down and it will dig a 3x3 shaft for you. Requires a ton of power. Can't wait to try it. So this piston thing, so I'm just reading what it says here under piston. Lift with underside piston raises or lowers up to 64 meters at a rate of 1 meter per second. Slow and efficient vertical transport can be upgraded using lift compressors, can be upgraded using lift accelerators, one currently stored in inventory. So if I did use it, it wouldn't actually get me to the top. Oh, wow, that thing's huge. Oh, that thing's huge. And it's 2x2 or is it 3x3? No, I think it's 2x2. So, oh, interesting. So hold on, let's try this thing. I don't know. I'm curious. Let's put this like right here. But wouldn't that get in the way of what we're gonna be doing? Like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know. We almost need more room in the shaft if we're gonna do that. So let's try it anyway. So, whoa, that thing's huge, man. It's huge. It actually needs to sit lower. Would that even work, I wonder? No, it has to be dead center. So, I think this might be a really good thing for... If I hit E. Oh, I can't even get onto it from the angle I'm on? Okay. I'm gonna put that in my back pocket, literally, right now, because I understand it now better. I think we would have to have a shaft that was just dedicated to having the lift, right? Guys, it turns out we're out of time. Oh, we're always out of time. This game, honestly, time just goes by so quickly while I'm playing this, which means, of course, I lose time. So what we're gonna do one thing before we go. We're gonna throw down a few just conveyor belts, random. You may be wondering why I'm doing, well, hold on. They have to be kind of like on the wall here. You may be wondering why I'm doing this, because I want to see if we are going to have Minox. What's a Minox? You've probably heard me say it already, but a Minox is unlike anything you might have seen in Star Wars. Star Wars, they were like little flying creatures in the worm in the asteroid, right? I think those were Minox. Pretty sure those were Minox. These are just as nasty, but they attach to your conveyor belts and they eat your resources. It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant at all. But yeah, so the easiest way to see if we're gonna have them is just to throw some conveyor belts down there, and they will attach themselves gladly to our operation without any hesitation. And there is a possibility that we won't have Minox, which means we're not close to a nest, which would be a really great thing. I don't know if that's possible, but I mean, I'm assuming it could be. So rather than worry about building the conveyor over there, I think we'll try and start building our conveyor quickly over here, attaching our tin mine to a logistics hopper, and then of course to our conveyor belt, which is going the wrong direction. So yes, we're going to learn a lot about how physics is weird in this world. Physics is strange. I fall when I fall from a distance, but stuff like metals go straight up sideways. I mean vertically. It doesn't make any sense, but at the same time, a lot of things in this world don't make sense. You just have to accept it. It's part of the mechanics, and it's not terrible. I don't know, I kind of like it. Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, the ore will come all the way up here. Now, Minox, yeah, Minox will only attach to your stuff below, like, it's like below 60 meters or something. So anything above that is pretty safe. So we can easily use these conveyors to move this ore here. And we can do some really crazy stuff with our conveyor belts, but we're going to talk more about that next time. I'm pleased with what we did today. We got our iron mine, we found an iron mine, we dug a shaft, and we did build some conveyor belts. We didn't get any real automation going yet, but I think we're doing pretty good. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Jim Bob? Think you're doing pretty good? I hate it when it looks down to me. By the way, I'm concerned with where we got that hat from. I know that we made you from snow, and I'm sure we found the sticks and the pebbles, and maybe even crafted this broom. But we did not have a purple hat. Where did we get the purple hat? I must secretly already have had the purple hat. And the thing is, I could build more snowmen. So do I have an unlimited amount of purple hats in my inventory? Jim Bob, you and I are gonna talk. All right, guys, take care. See you next time.